what happened with this? Because similar to you, I've watched his reacting to him on there, and he's just tried to explain the entire story. Essentially, from what I could tell, him and Joyce sort of locked heads.
There was beef.
Really? Was it actual beef though?
Yeah. So obviously with Ginge, same with Max. He came in, rattle them. Do you know what I mean? Simple as that. And I don't think Joyce. Well, immediately when he walked in, I feel like the reaction wasn't what I was like. You know, when Philly came in, everyone was like, "Yeah." When Ginge came in, it was just me, and I'm like, these boys know him. Like they know him. So I don't know. Like I guess maybe the girls. I think out of all the girls, only Casey knew him. So like maybe there's a bit of like, do you know what I mean? If you don't instantly know him, you're like. But Joyce said, and I don't know if she was joking. I don't think she was. She said, "I thought it was a producer."
Oh,
so she was talking to him like,
you can't disrespect the goal.
Basically, like I haven't watched the episode back. I said I just watched Ginge react to it. It was basically like it showed a minute of them going head like back and forth. That was like a 15-minute argument.
15 minutes they were going at it.
And they were just like...
And it was because Joyce initially thought it was a production presenter, and he's coming in saying mad shit, and she's thinking, why is a production guy saying that?
And he was like, she was like going after his trim, going after like, oh, have your 10 minutes of fame, you'll be gone after this and all that. I'm like...
What?
And at this point, I'm like...
Oh, so at this point, she was still thinking he was a producer. If she's
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
she's like saying, have your 10 minutes, you'll be gone after this. And this is the point. I hope she's joking, but at one point she's like, "Oh, I'm the main character, you're the side." Like, do you know what I mean? Stay in your lane. I'm like,
oh, that's a tough listen.
I'm just saying, like, he's a lot bigger than you.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, like. He is a lot bigger than you.
So she didn't know him then.
Then people like I think Casey said, no, it's Angry Ginge. He's on TikTok. He's massive. And then she starts going, oh. And then after the challenge finishes, he goes, Ginge, I'm sorry. It was just for the content. I'm sorry. Like, I'm like,
oh, the switch up was crazy.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. So.
Who knows? Maybe she is just elite though, and she just wanted to play
maybe she on that little
That's
Russell.
it. Like I genuinely, that's the thing that's annoying. I genuinely don't know. I have no idea when she's joking or when she's being like. I have no idea. Like, this could all just be one joke, and fair enough. She's got all of us.
I wonder why. Okay, you can't put in 15 minutes of people going back and forth, but they cut it. Because to me,
they don't.
That's what makes these. That's what blows up.
If it gets too intense, though, I think it's something to do with the brands.
No, they said like they'll never do anything to
make because you're and you're also wearing like Adidas and shit, and you can't really be doing mad shit.
It's true. They basically said like, we have got you, like anything.
I wonder if that will just forever be a real ceiling on what they'll be able to produce. Because if you're constantly thinking, ooh, will the brand that they're wearing right now be okay with this person popping off like this, then you're never really going to get the best bits.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
Do you find that when you were in there, and because you're so close quarters with people, towards the end of the 2 weeks, like the small things would get on your tits, or were you okay? Because for me, at least, if I go on holiday with someone, or like a group of the lads, at the end of the holiday, sometimes all it takes is somebody do one small thing, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Honestly, like, genuinely, I didn't get annoyed once. Genuinely, like,
you're very
not
laid back. I feel like I've never seen you annoyed or angry, and I don't think I ever will. Probably.
Like, you've got to do a lot. Like, worst case, you'll maybe just get on my nerves, and I'll just go into another room and just chill. Like, I never.
Good way to be. You're in control of your emotions.
In it. There's no point. Like, you've got to. That's the thing, is you've got to live with them. Like, if you have an argument, you can't exactly walk away and like go for a drive. You're there. And you have to live with them for 2 weeks. So like having an argument's the worst thing you want to do. And I think they didn't expect us to get on so well. Like, was there any like beef in your series? Like slight beef?
Just Max having girls who were claps and shit.
There was nothing. There was nothing. Like
really?
To the point where they had to fake, like they did a secret challenge where Joyce had to have an argument with George because there was no argument.
And no romance either. Because there wasn't any in our season.
Literally no romance.
This is what I'm saying. They need to start shagging in there. Now, they put in a bunch... No,
but they did in season 2. Who was it? Millie
and...
the London geezer. London Movements.
Jamie.
What? They had sex in the house? Is that a thing?
Bro,
that's crazy. I didn't know that.
They were cuddling on a single bed. Like, and you see them wake up just cuddling. I'm like... I can't do that.
That's wild.
Did they actually do that? Or was it just like a They made it look like that.
I think no, they were a couple afterwards. I don't know if they're still.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
bro.
You
know, 5 minutes. Like, so we sat down like day one, and like the producers came in to brief us. Like, here's what's going to happen 2 weeks. 5 minutes in, guys, if you want, condoms are upstairs. We have a. If you want to have sex, both thumbs up to the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like.
Just to show
what have I got myself into? Do you know what I mean? Like, why am I here? I just wanted a nice, chill 2 weeks, and I'm like, condoms
Danny,
are upset.
Wasn't it the case that all of the guys were in relationships and all the girls were single?
Everyone is in a relationship. Boys, all the girls, nah. So there was.
So they fucked that a bit, or do you think that's intentional?
Nah, I don't think because they were trying to get like me and 10, me and Casey. Like there was like some of the titles were like 10 admits I'm hot or something. Like they were trying it. Do you know what I mean? Like
there's a lot of clips of them getting up. Were you feeling anything in there?
No.
Because
first trying to stitch him up.
I'm genuinely serious because there's bits where you're getting a bit.
No, I hear it. I think you all know I'm just a touchy person. Do you know what I mean? And I came out like thinking. Like, so for example, right, the 10 one's a bit different because whatever, like people are going for it. But like me and Casey trying to ship us, I thought I'm going to come out of here and it's going to be like wholesome, like, oh, Danny's like her older brother, like, oh, look at him taking care. No, they're like, oh, he wants a shagger. I'm like, no one, like, I literally see it like.
What do you think? Your fans are very, you've got feral.
Mate, it's crazy. Like, I genuinely came in here like, just trying to be friendly. Like, we're here for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to, the last thing I'm trying to do is make moves on you because that is fucking awkward. And I'm not
Danny. By the way, you know one of the comments in there throughout the whole thing was there like, I need to study Danny's Riz. Like this guy's like, Riz is unmatched. What have I been doing?
Yeah, Danny got that throw a pencil at your crush Riz.
I do like. I do like how when I got announced, all the comments were like, "Oh, Danny with girls, that's going to be so awkward." Or he's going to have no time.
End,
and now look at me.
Yeah, God, you were him, man.
No, it's weird. Like, literally was just being friendly. Like, I think it got like as the series like day 1 and 2, fine. Like, it looks a bit dodgy, I guess, but you can see by like day 7 or what, it's just me, innit? Like, I'm doing it to the boys as well. Like, doesn't mean I want to shag them. Do you know what I mean? Like, cuddling with George and that. Like,
nothing wrong with that.
You miss home, innit? Like, you just want a little touch, you know?
Was it?
Little touch, you know?
Did you ever get the feeling that somebody wasn't involved as much, I guess, or like, because I always feel like there's usually tends to be that one person that maybe doesn't gel with the group.
I thought that was going to be me because like I was so out my comfort zone, to be honest with you. So that's why like day 1 I had like, you know, I threw oranges. I had to be like, fuck it, this is what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that was proper like autistic shit.
Yeah, bro, that's it, man. Autism right here. I had to just set my shit. I'm gonna say Watson because he got voted out, like technically voted out first. Like Joyce got voted out first, but then she came back and replaced Watson, which is a whole different ball game. But basically, Watson went out first, and like we didn't really gel until like maybe a week in, and he was gone by that point. So like he didn't really have time to gel. But lovely guy.
I've got a question about that Watson eviction.
Do it.
Do you think that was set up by the producers?
Yeah. So I think what happened with GK Barry, right?
Yeah,
she
with Joyce,
got evicted and then came back.
Yeah.
So I think it's always good. Like the first eviction's always like, not really. Do you know what I mean? Like I thought.
What if it's someone? Well, what I always thought was when GK Barry got evicted, I'm like, okay, she's one of the biggest people in here. She would have got paid. Like,
decent.
You need her back.
Yeah, would have so you need her back in there, really. So I think she would have gone out. They've gone, we're fucked here. Grace wasn't really meant to get evicted. Let's send her back in.
That's it.
And do you think it was similar?
I think basically she came third in the end. So like she was clearly like a fan favourite. Do you know what I mean? So I think
fair enough.
People like that, like, you know who's going to be protected. Like I even think this is just a conspiracy, but in that last to leave the box challenge, beforehand, the producer said that he pulled me to the side and said, Danny, make sure you stay in. So I'm like, okay, this is probably quite big. Like, I thought it was whoever leaves first gets evicted. So basically, Ginge came in. Obviously, him, you know, we're being boys. He just came in, shot me in the face with a fucking Nerf gun. I'm out. So I'm like, oh, I'm going home. And then I think they changed it to a public vote after that. Because why else would they say, make sure you stay in? Do you know what I mean? So, but that's just like, I feel like they've done a lot of public votes. And I feel like...
Wait, so you think that Ginge evicted you by shooting you with that gun?
I think so. I think that should have been me.
Why did he shoot you? Because you were out of your box?
No, but we were all in the box, and it was the first to leave, like, I thought gets evicted.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, he comes... Like, his point is to get us all out. So obviously, me and him being boys, he shot me because if he just shoots a random person, it's a bit...
Bit peak.
Yeah.
Okay,
bro, he shot me in the eye twice.
Nice.
And I stayed up first time, second time, gone.